Hey guys, it's Avery. So I just want to make a video today about how a lot of queer people, I hear a lot about queer people coming out to their parents or their family or just adults in general and getting the whole, don't you think you might be too young to come out or to know that you're gay or queer or whatever you come out as? And I think it's just really frustrating, and I wanted to make a video about that. It's going to be a little bit of a rant, a formal rant, I don't know. So I'm just going to talk a bit about my experience. So basically, I came out first as bisexual when I was in the 10th grade. I came out to my friends, and it was I got a lot of supportive feedback, and basically it went really well. But as soon as I was in the 12th grade and I was coming out, yes, what is up? Come up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hi, sweets. Okay, so as soon as I was in the 12th grade, I came out to one of my aunts, so like my cousin's mom. And basically, she told me, she was like, oh, like, is that how it works? Like, are you sure you're gay? Like, aren't you a little bit too young? Maybe you should wait because, like, before you say anything, you never know. You want to keep your doors open. You get this whole, like, you want to keep your doors open, whatever. And, like, my cousins were really supportive about it, and they never, like, questioned me or anything. They never asked me, like, oh, like, are you sure? Like, you've dated guys before, blah, 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 blah. And, mind you, this is when I came out as, like, gay, like, not liking guys, not interested in men or whatever. So, I guess they kind of took it more seriously in a sense that, like, they should say something about it because I'm no longer bisexual. There's no longer a chance of dating men or whatever. So I got that, and she's staring at the camera. So I got that a lot, and it was kind of frustrating because, like, I'm trying to tell someone something big about myself. I'm trying to tell them so that I can kind of seek refuge with a family member in case anything goes wrong with my mom, or just in case I come out to the rest of the family and someone's not so supportive, so maybe I can get a little bit of backup, you know what I'm saying? So I came out to her feeling like maybe she would be cool with it and she'd be understanding, but instead I get the whole, keep your doors open, you're a little bit young, you know, like, how do you know, like, did you have any relationships with someone before? You know, I've had relationships with girls before, and now I'm with a guy, and, like, there's, like, all these stories about how women were with other women throughout their young adulthood, and then all of a sudden they ended up liking men more. And, like, I get that. Like, I get that it's possible to be going through this phase. It's possible. But I wouldn't really call it a phase. I would call it more experience. Like people, you're growing up, and you don't know who you like. You don't know what you're interested in. And every day is a learning experience, I think. The more years that pass by, the more you learn about yourself, the more you figure things out. So it's not like if you're going from one label to another and then you're just constantly changing labels. It's not that you're changing your identity by, like, choosing different labels and stuff. It's just kind of finding labels that fit you better, and, like, learning what you like and what you don't like, and, like, spending time with different people and just kind of learning, like, hey, like, that's actually what I'm not into, or, like, oh, like, I thought I liked this, but now I don't. And it could be misleading for some people, but who are you to judge your child or this, like, this person who's coming to you and telling them something so personal about themselves? Who are you to tell them that they might be going through a phase or that they might be unsure? Just, they're coming to you and they're looking for support. You can't tell them, oh, like, are you sure? Like, maybe not. Like, you can't say that. They're not going to come back to you. They're not going to come back to you. They're not going to feel safe with you. They are looking for a safe space. These young people are looking for a safe space, and they need someone to talk to when they don't feel okay, when they don't feel safe at home, when they feel like something might go wrong with their parents. Like, they're coming to you because they thought that it would be okay, and now you're giving them the opposite of that. You're giving them the impression that you're not going to be there for them. It also frustrates me because I come out, you know, that was like a couple of years ago, so grade 12 was like going to third year, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I don't know. So I'm coming out to these adults, you know, and they're just kind of telling me I might be wrong, or I just haven't found the right guy. I get the lot, you haven't found the right guy. Maybe you just need to be patient, you know, keep your doors open, you never know. And it's like, it's not like, oh my god, I'm gay, like I'm closing my doors, I think men are disgusting. It's not that at all. I've realized that I connect more with women. I connect more with, not men, like I'm sorry. And it's weird because, like, right now, in my workplace, so I'm a dining server, with my coworkers, some of them are pretty traditional, and, like, that's fine and all, but I come out to people and I tell them, like, hey, like, I'm gay, and, like, it's not a big deal because I'm not their kid. They're not going to be like, oh, like, but you shouldn't be that way, blah, 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 like, I don't agree with your preferences. It just bugs me when I am 19 years old. I am 19 years old, and I'm turning 20 this year. Like, I'm turning 20 in 2017, and people are still telling me, oh, but, like, you're really young, or, like, they'll turn to the other person next to them and be like, oh, like, but she's only 19, like, you never know, like, she still has, like, her whole life ahead of her. And it's like, do you want me to be 80 years old and finally come out and be like, actually, I am certain now, and I do not have my whole life ahead of me, I'm 80 years old. Like, how old do I have to be for my certainty in my identity, like, the certainty in my identity to be valid for, like, adults? It makes no sense. I'm literally an adult. I'm 19 years old, and people are like, you're too young. It makes no sense. I was told that I should wait, or I was told that it might be a phase when I was 14, when I was 15, when I was 16. Every single time I tell an adult, they're telling me, oh, keep your doors open. Oh, like, maybe you're too young. Don't you think you're too young? Maybe you don't really know. Like, maybe you're just experimenting. It's like, people have to experiment. Like, I understand that, but you're not going to deny them. It makes no sense to me. So I am 19 years old, and I am turning 20, and I'm still getting that. It's been a lot better with my family. Like, they kind of get it now. I've been in a long-term relationship, so it's been good. But there will be people that I meet every now and then and be like, oh, like, I'm actually gay, if they assume I'm straight or something. I don't know how, but it's just frustrating because it's like, oh, like, you're 19, you're still young. I'm like, oh, do you want me to be 33 and then I decide? Like, I'd like to get married. I'd like to settle down, and you're still telling me that I should wait for the right man. And I know who I am, and obviously these labels are changing. I know who I am, and I know that labels change. I know that people grow out of a label because they learn something new about themselves, but that doesn't mean that you are going to deny them of reassurance that their identity or the label that they have chosen that best suits them is not valid. You're not going to tell that. You're not going to tell them that. My mother first came to Canada at the age of 21. I asked her this recently because I wasn't sure. She came to Canada independently. She came here without her parents at the age of 21 from the Philippines. Overseas, dude. And people are telling me that I'm too young to know myself. You are never too young to know yourself. You might change your mind. I mean, like, you might change your mind about the label that you're going by. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I want people to know that if your child comes to you, if your niece comes to you, if your nephew comes to you, if your sibling, whoever, someone younger, older, whatever, comes to you and they tell you something so important like this about themselves, give them reassurance. Do not invalidate their identity. They need it so much, and they come to you because they trust you, and you're just going to break that trust. You are never too young to know yourself. You might not know yourself fully, but I'm pretty sure you're in the right direction, you know? And anyways, end a rant. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be having more videos soon. It's just taking a bit of time for me because I just got a kitten. She's not a kitten, she's like 1 year old, but I love her and I'm still learning how to properly take care of her, so. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and I hope you continue to watch my future videos. Bye guys!